Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Lord of All. Invincibility starts from the Empress. Chapter 41. Soon, he received a reply. Ying Yinmin. Epic Hero Order. Did you trigger the caravan incident? Zhang Chen. Purchasing at a reasonable price, I will sell you 10 million spiritual stones, and I won't make a penny. Ying Yinmin seemed to be in a good mood. Okay, I still think about my sister for such a good thing. However, my drawer is already full of epic hero orders. Zhang Chen almost couldn't breathe. What else can I say? Zhang Chen. Boss 666. After thinking about it, among the others, there seemed to be no one more suitable than Enchusha. Zhang Chen. Picture early summer, do you need a purchasing agent? Enchusha's reaction was even greater than that of Ying Yinmin. Oh my god, it's the epic hero order. The caravan actually got the epic hero order. You must be so lucky. Zhang Chen. Purchasing at a low price, I will help you get 10 million spiritual stones. It can be seen that Enchusha is also very anxious, but, I don't have that much money. Zhang Chen encouraged. Use your reputation as the little princess of the Yin family to raise funds. If it doesn't work, I'll ask your sister Ying to borrow money. Enchusha. That's not even 10 million spirit stones. Zhang Chen was anxious. It's okay if it's cheaper, I'll sell it to you for 9 million spirit stones. Enchusha was shocked. 9 million. This is the first time I see a purchasing agent who loses money. Zhang Chen slapped his head. Too impatient. Zhang Chen. I mean, I'm trying to negotiate a price with the caravan to see if I can get it cheaper. Enchusha. But 9 million is too much. Zhang Chen thought for a while. Let's do this. After you return to Blue Star tomorrow, you will tell the City Lord about this matter. An epic heroic order, I believe the City Lord will never give up. Enchusha. The caravan's stay will not exceed 3 hours. I remember taking this question in The Secret Strategy of Wang Gang. Zhang Chen immediately made sure. Don't worry, I promise to help you get the epic hero order. At the worst, I'll pay some price. Enchu was moved. Zhang Chen, you are so kind to me. I really don't know how to thank you. Well, I just revealed a prop. I originally planned to use it myself, but now I will give it to you. Tip. Lord Enchusha will mail you a deep sea bait through the exchange, please pay attention to check it. Close black lens bracket. Deep sea bait. A deep sea bait that can trigger a wave of deep sea monsters. Zhang Chen was overjoyed. In the hands of ordinary lords, this thing is just an ordinary beast wave, but in the hands of Zhang Chen, its value is 10 times higher than the epic treasure chest. Zhang Chen still remembers the huge harvest from the last time he used dark bait. But later, he bought it at a high price from the regional channel, but found nothing in a few days. Unexpectedly, now I have no intention of planting willows and willows. After closing the chat box, Zhang Chen said to Tian Ding with satisfaction. Manager Tian, I don't need anything else. Tian Ding was stunned for a moment, then curled his lips. I thought it was a big customer. Who knew I only bought a bunch of low-level props? Zhang Chen was in a good mood at the moment, so he was rarely generous. Manager Tian has come a long way, why not have a quick meal before leaving? Half an hour later, Tian Ding looked at the casual meal in front of him, and his expression finally became serious. The excellent quality of food, the Lord really hides it secretly. Zhang Chen smiled faintly. Perhaps Zhang Chen showed enough value. Before leaving, Tian Ding hesitated and asked. Although the Lord is from outside the territory, he seems to be a Chinese, right? Oh, it should be called Dragon Kingdom outside your territory. Zhang Chen nodded. Of course. Tian Ding suddenly reminded him solemnly. Lord, please be mentally prepared. The life of the Chinese in Qingyang County is not as easy as you think. Zhang Chen narrowed his eyes. What do you mean? Tian Ding said. I can't say more. After your town completes the territory breaking, the Lord will naturally know about it. Farewell. Looking at the back of the caravan, Zhang Chen stretched out his middle finger. The damn Riddler. Tian Ding's words did not have much impact on Zhang Chen. With his current background, if the Buddha stands in the way, he will kill the Buddha, and if the God stands in the way, he will kill the God. What's more, Ying Yinmin, a descendant of the first Empress with a strong sense of justice, is standing in front of us. After seeing off the caravan, Zhang Chen was lying comfortably on the wicker chair in the territory square and continued to recruit new Tianyan disciples. But a very real problem arises again. He has no money again. Fortunately, Zhang Chen was prepared. Although Zaishanlu is not open for business, it is still possible to do some takeout. Open the exchange. Consignment. Spiritual snake soup 1000, 2000 spiritual stones per portion. Spirit snake soup is a delicacy cooked with high-quality snake meat. With the blessing of Zuixian Tower, one quality was directly improved, reaching rare quality. Thanks to Zhang Chen having an epic chef, he was able to cook so much delicious food in one day. Improvement. 50 copies of the spiritual snake soup you consigned were bought by Lord Yinmin, and you received 100,000 spiritual stones. Close black lens bracket. Tip. The spiritual snake soup you consigned was painted by Shan Yuyu. Just after the consignment, a series of purchase reminders came. Zhang Chen had nothing to do and opened the regional channel to peek at the screen. Rare delicacies. Holy crap, 1,000 copies. It seems that boss Zhang Chen has built a catering building, and the grade is not low. I'm still eating fast food, but boss Zhang Chen has already started selling rare delicacies. Comparing people to each other can really make people mad. Be content. I've been chewing the black bread from the territory for 3 days, and I'm ready to vomit. Some lords who could not afford to spend money were jealous. 2,000 spiritual stones per share, what a profiteer. I think 500 spirit stones per portion is a more reasonable price. I hope Mr. Zhang Chen can seriously consider it. Support. Boss Zhang Chen, hurry up and lower the price. Don't let the brothers feel cold just for such a small amount of spiritual stones. However, these people were soon sprayed all over their bodies. Can you please use your brain when talking upstairs? Permanently increasing a soldier's physical strength by 1 point is already equivalent to a low-level physical book. Rare delicacies rarely increase attributes permanently. The price of 2,000 spirit stones for this kind of delicacy is really not expensive. I'll take 10 copies. If you don't have money, don't go out and embarrass yourself. Zhang Chen is very satisfied with the market feedback on the spiritual snake soup. Spirit snake soup can indeed increase the attributes of soldiers, but the premise is that the quality can only be below rare, and only the first one will take effect. Even so, it has become a hot commodity. In just 10 minutes, the snake soup was sold out. It's gone so soon. I was just fighting monsters outside. When I heard about the rare food, I came immediately. I didn't expect it was too late. Boss Zhang Chen, can you put a few more copies on the shelf? I'm late. Zhang Chen replied. Sorry, brothers, the production is limited, we will continue to sell it at the same time tomorrow. This output has indeed reached the upper limit of Zaishanlu. After all, Zaishanlu not only offers takeaways, but is also the canteen of the territory. Once you make money, you must naturally turn it into strength as soon as possible. And Zhang Chen now has 4 choices. 1. Strengthen the territory advancement talisman and advance the Lord's talent. 2. Strengthen the exercise book and skill book. 2. Strengthen deep sea bait and start the beast tide tonight. 3. Strengthen equipment and improve the combat effectiveness of arms. Think about it. First, his Lord talent is more entertainment-oriented and cannot directly enhance his strength. Second, the strengthening exercises take effect too slowly, so there is no rush. Third, the crystal mines are already being mined, and the territory can be upgraded to 3 monsters tomorrow. The income from 3 monster waves will be far greater than that of 2 monster waves. Therefore, Zhang Chen finally chose the next one. He turned over his hand and took out an ordinary long sword. Consume 20,000 spirit stones and choose the strengthening direction 36, Crimson Holy Word. Crimson Holy Word is the king of cost effectiveness in the enhancement list and the best among outstanding weapons. Not only does it have high attributes and good looks, its 2 skills are also very practical. Blood Arc is a powerful group 2nd skill that the Empress has used many times. And Holy Word is an explosive skill. Even the current Empress has always been in love with the Crimson Holy Word. This time, Zhang Chen strengthened 100 of them in one breath. Including Judian Shangji, all Tianyan Pavilion disciples have one hand. Tianyan disciples are already good at using swords. After equipping Crimson Holy Word, the combat effectiveness will skyrocket and the efficiency of killing monsters will be greatly increased. Of course the price is that Zhang Chen has no money again. The next day, Zhang Chen rarely got up early. The first thing after getting up is to check the number and status of the troops. After all, in a few hours, it will be time to announce the military strength list. Overnight, the number of Tianyan disciples has reached 230. Before the military strength list is announced, the number is expected to reach 300. Zhang Chen sighed. Under the Queen's control, the total combat strength of these 300 Tianyan disciples alone has exceeded 6,000 points. Winning the top spot is like searching for something. The word, powerful, when applied to soldiers is a charm in itself and can also bring enough security to the Lord. Zhang Chen admired it for a long time. Then the battle log was opened. There are a total of 21,210 unread entries in the battle log. Sure enough, there is strength in numbers. Under Zhang Chen's high-pressure policy, Tianyan Pavilion disciples worked in 3 shifts. Within 10 kilometers of the territory, no one will blame you. More than 21,000 monsters were killed overnight. It was simply more than the monsters killed in the past 3 days combined. Moreover, the territory continues to maintain a record of 0 casualties. Strong troops means peace of mind. With so many logs, Zhang Chen naturally didn't bother to read them. One-click extraction. You gain energy 261200. You get spiritual stones 31,800. You get a treasure chest exquisite *26. You get a treasure chest normal. The biggest gain of this night is undoubtedly 260,000 energy. As for the other items, Zhang Chen stuffed them into the warehouse and dealt with them together when he had time. The morning passed quickly. Zhang Chen's territory developed steadily. Everything was calm in the town. Time, 11:40 a.m. There are still 20 minutes until the military strength list is announced. At this moment, Zhang Chen was sitting near the window of the Tianzi private room in Zuoxian building. While enjoying a delicious lunch, enjoy a massage from Zadian. Zadian is the youngest among the 9 Heavens Saint Princess. She has perfected the E-level skill, massage, and is just 1 step away from being able to achieve transformation. She was originally the Queen's royal masseur. It's so comfortable. Go down a little further. Zadian lowered his hands to test. Lord, is this here? Hiss. Yes, that's it. Zhang Chen almost moaned in comfort. Quickly open the regional channel to divert attention. The combat strength list of the military units will be announced in half an hour. I'm so excited. The person who spoke, Zhang Chen, had the impression that he was the second-generation leader of a small family, named Huang Zan. Wei Ming, it seems that Brother Huang Zan is well prepared. Brother Huang. Since it was Brother Wei who asked the question, I will show off my cards. I built 3 new barracks, 100 houses, and sent troops crazy for a day. Wei Ming. Damn, I'm afraid there are more than 1,000 militiamen. Yellow, oh. Wei Ming. Brother's desperate effort is admirable. In total, Brother's combat power has exceeded 3,000, and he is a sure winner among the top 10. Yellow. Wei Ming sighed. Indeed. Tushin Yueyu. Why is no one opening the betting market this time? Yueyu wants to make money betting on Brother Zhang Chen. Mu Qingxuang. Haha, my sister is so cute. A newbie suddenly asked. My little sister has never understood why so many troops need to be exploded. Doesn't upgrading troops also increase combat power? This question was like poking a hornet's nest, and was immediately despised by the whole town's straight men. Girl, you should go back to Blue Star. The battlefield of all races is not suitable for you. You bought your primary school diploma, right? You didn't even memorize the energy upgrading formula. Stupidity and cuteness belong together. Maybe if a girl thinks she is stupider, she will look cuter. The big guys upstairs are handsome and talk nicely. Wei Ming couldn't go on anymore. Let me explain. It takes 5,500 energy points to upgrade a militia from level 10 to 11, which increases its combat power by 2 points, while recruiting a new militia only requires 100 energy points, which also increases its combat power by 2 points. Do you understand? This explanation was easy to understand, and the girl seemed to think her question was a bit stupid, so she immediately stopped moving. Seeing this, Zhang Chen couldn't help but sigh. It's crazy. The 1,400 garbage soldiers Huangzan recruited cannot be trained at all, and they are not worth training. After the military strength list is over, the only result is to be pulled out and used as cannon fodder. This is equivalent to hundreds of thousands of energy wasted in vain. But he also understands Huangzan's approach. An outstanding treasure chest can really change your destiny if you are lucky. Not to mention the reputation rewards. If Zhang Chen wasn't a fool, he might still give it a try. Didi. Friend video requests rang out. Zhang Chen took a look and saw that it was from Enchusha. After being connected, Enchusha got straight to the point. Zhang Chen, did you explode your troops today? Anyway, the combat strength list will be announced soon, so Enchusha has no scruples about asking. Zhang Chen told the truth. The explosion was less than 300. Less than 300. Enchusha frowned slightly. There is no hope of being in the top 10 with this number. You are trying to protect the top 100. Enchusha thought it was 300 militiamen, but it was actually 300 outstanding soldiers. Zhang Chen didn't explain, and asked with a smile, what about you? I don't have it. Even if I explode, I won't be able to get first place. Enchusha shook her head. If it's just for an outstanding treasure chest, it's not worth wasting a day's development time on my territory. A rational choice. Zhang Chen stretched out his thumb and asked strangely, but why are you so sure that you won't get first place? Enchusha looked helpless, because Sister Ying also broke out. Ying Yinmin also exploded his troops. Zhang Chen was surprised. Is she short of an epic treasure chest? Zhang Chen still remembered Ying Yinmin's heroic words last night about a drawer of epic heroes at home. Enchusha seemed to have thought of something interesting, covered her mouth and said with a smile. I haven't been so excited by you. You have snatched the first place in the Heavenly Way ranking list 3 times in a row. This time, I have to make sure everything is foolproof. That's it. Zhang Chen quickly asked, do you know how many soldiers she destroyed? If Ying Yinmin gets crazy, she will still be a threat to him. Are you spying on Sister Ying? Enchusha asked back, then chuckled. Actually, Sister Ying also asked me to come and find out about you. It's true that you two are already at this time. If you want to know, just ask each other directly. Immediately afterwards, Enchusha said directly. Sister Ying exploded 2,000 militiamen. Enchusha told a terrifying number. Coupled with the high-level units of Sister Winning's team, their combat strength is probably close to 6,000 points. Topping the list is like picking something out of a bag. Zhang Chen breathed a sigh of relief. When you say that, I feel relieved. Even not counting the giant dragon, 9 Heavens Saint Lady, and Goddess Warrior, his combat power has exceeded 6,000 points. Enchusha said happily. Sister Ying must be very happy to know that you care about her so much. Immediately afterwards, Enchusha changed the topic. Zhang Chen, do you still remember the epic tiger monster outside my territory 2 days ago? Zhang Chen's heart moved. Of course I remember. That tiger demon was killed by him, how could he not remember it? However, no one knew about it except Ying Yinmin, who had some guesses. I'm so unlucky. Enchusha began to complain. I thought that after wiping out the epic tiger demon, I could explore that mountain range, but who knew I would encounter another tough problem? Zhang Chen's eyes widened. You won't encounter an epic monster again, will you? That's not true. Enchusha looked depressed, but it's not much better. Enchusha looked depressed. I met level 14 mountain guards and they were a whole team. After one encounter, I lost 3 more wolf cavalry, and all the melee troops were dead. When I return to Blue Star today, I must get my health back. Zhang Chen took a deep breath. Mountain guards, still a small team. Mountain guard is one of the powerful arms of the dwarves, ranking among the outstanding quality. The value of 12 mountain guards is definitely not inferior to that of 1 epic monster. Zhang Chen said with genuine envy. They all said that Tina, goddess of luck, slept with me, but now it seems that she slept with you. Enchusha rolled her eyes at Zhang Chen. I'm so depressed, and you're still making sarcastic remarks. Fortunately, Sister Ying has promised me that after returning from Blue Star this time, she will send out an army to take me to clear out the monsters. If you weren't too far away from me, I would have invited you to join us. Zhang Chen heard this and murmured. So, there's still enough time. The Blue Star channel will also open at noon. It would take them several hours to return to Blue Star. Zhang Chen decided to set off later. He could definitely arrive before them. Yeah, and Chusha didn't know Zhang Chen's plan, so she nodded, it's indeed enough time. After hanging up the video, Zhang Chen immediately frowned. Why is it that Chusha is always the one who encounters high-level monsters? Does this girl really have any special physique? It has been 3 days since the zone was opened. He explored the territory for nearly 100 kilometers and only encountered one outstanding monster, the Jungle Slayer guarding the crystal mine. Besides, as an outstanding unit, the mountain guards are also the ultimate boss in a large dwarf tribe. Now a small team suddenly appears. Could it be that there is a dwarf military building in that mountain range? If this is the case, the monsters deep in that mountain range are definitely not limited to just this group of mountain guards. Thinking of this, Zhang Chen's heart became hot and he immediately issued an order through the Lord's heart. Long Ju, Long Yi, Long Wu, Long Lu, return to the territory immediately. The territory is testing all the goddess warriors. Except for Amanda, who is stationed at the crystal mine, everyone else will return to the territory immediately. All 9 heaven saints, return to their territories immediately. As a hero, the Empress has authority in the territory second only to the Lord, so she naturally saw Zhang Chen's order. She pondered for a moment and asked, Lord, are you planning another expedition? Zhang Chen asked curiously, how did you guess it? The Empress smiled and said, 9 heavens holy lady, 5 goddess warriors, plus you and me, there are 16 people in total, and the 4 giant dragons can just carry 16 people. Ha ha ha, Zhang Chen laughed loudly, my Empress is really getting smarter and smarter. What do you mean getting better and better? The Empress rolled her eyes at Zhang Chen and retorted, I've always been so smart. But he didn't refute the words, my Empress. Soon, all the current high-end combat forces in the territory gathered together under Zhang Chen's call. Zhang Chen waved his hand. Upgrade. Consume 23,800 energy, and your unit Longi will be upgraded. It is currently level 7. Close black lens bracket. Consumption of 30,400 energy. Golden halos emerged from the feet of Long 1, Long 5, and Long 6, dazzling with brilliance. The 3-headed dragon instantly rose from level 6 to level 10, and at the same time its size expanded rapidly until it grew into a behemoth with a wingspan of 20 meters. The 4 giant dragons pushed each other and squeezed together, instantly occupying the small square in the center of the territory. Zhang Chen looked a little worried. It seems that we need to upgrade 3 books quickly, otherwise we won't be able to hold the units, not to mention the buildings. This upgrade consumes a total of 414,000 energy. I spent 260,000 energy last night, plus what I gained this morning, it was enough. Time, 11 hours 57 minutes and 28 seconds. There are still 3 minutes until the list is announced. Zhang Chen said, be prepared, we will trigger it immediately after the military strength list is over. Including the Empress, everyone said in unison. Yes, Lord. Win the Yinmen territory. Ha ha ha, that guy Zhang Chen only hit 300, it seems his purpose is just to keep the top 100. Ying Yinmen looked delighted. This time, the top spot is finally mine. Meng Tian said helplessly, Your Highness, you and Zhang Chen have also become friends. Can't you ask yourself, do you have to go through Miss Chu Sha? As Chusha also became closer to Yin Man, Meng Tian showed more respect for Chusha in her words. How about that? Ying Yinmen quickly shook his head. I want to show that I don't care much about this ranking. Even though I casually took the top spot, I'm still very calm. Do you understand this feeling, Sister Meng? I understand, Meng Tian complained. It's the same feeling Zhang Chen gave people during the previous Tiandao rankings. Ying Yinmen, 12 o'clock sharp. The sky above the fog of war suddenly glowed with golden light. The military strength list begins. The lords of the entire 10,086 town are all looking forward to it. It's started, so excited. The Blue Star channel is also open. It's better to wait until the list is announced before returning to Blue Star. It only takes a few minutes anyway. That makes sense. Soon, rows of lists appeared one after another. Number 100 on the military strength list, Lord Qiwan, rewarded with rare treasure chest 1, reputation 2. Number 99 on the military strength list, Leader Zhang Qian. The list is still from back to front, and is announced quickly at a rate of 1 per second. Those on the list immediately cheered. Haha, I'm on the list, I'm finally on the list. I'm also on the list. I'm just a civilian, let alone an elite hero, I don't even have elite soldiers. This time I put all my money into it, and it's really pitiful. Ha ha ha, if you can find a rare treasure chest with outstanding arms, then I will be the next Zhang Chen. Key questions were also asked. May I ask the brothers on the list, what is the approximate combat strength of your arms? Qi Yuan, I'm around 530. Zhang Qian, I am 550. As soon as this statement came out, someone immediately collapsed. My total combat power is 520, just 10 points short of combat power. I thought I could enter the top 100, I wish I had known more militiamen. Brothers upstairs, please give me my condolences. So, the most taboo thing when trying to get on the list is to be on both ends of the spectrum. If you don't do it, you have to go all out. The list is published very quickly. Number 89 on the military strength list, Lord Tushan Yueyu, rewarded with rare treasure chest 1, reputation 4. Tushan Yueyu. Yeah, perfect. Obviously, the little fox also sent troops, but the goal was only to be in the top 100. In this way, even if the treasure chest is taken, the impact on the territory will not be too great. After all, the 11th and 100th places are both rare treasure chests. Mu Qingxuang. Sister Yueyu's calculations are so accurate, I admire her. Tushan Yueyu. Thank you, Sister Mu. Number 72 on the military strength list, Lord Lin Mo, rewarded with rare treasure chest 1, reputation 10. Mu Qingxuang. The combat power of 75 militiamen is 1000. So Lin Mo should have killed 300 militiamen. It seems like a bit too much force. Lin Mo. Lin Mo has kept a low profile since he was scared by Zhang Chen last time. Number 10 on the military strength list, Lord Huangzan, rewarded with an excellent treasure chest 1, reputation 20. It was Huangzan who had just killed 1,400 militiamen. Wei Ming said sincerely, congratulations to brother Huangzan for getting what he wanted. Yellow. Huangzan was so excited that he was a little incoherent. Wei Ming. If we can create units or even heroes, brother Huang will really soar into the sky. Huangzan. Ha ha ha, I want to lend you brother Wei's good words. Tiandao continues to announce. 9th on the military strength list, Lord Sun Gang. Surprisingly, the 4th to 10th place were actually all the second-generation leaders of small families, and there was even a commoner. Until 3rd place comes along. Number 3 on the military strength list, Lord Mu Qingxuang, rewarded with an excellent treasure chest 1, reputation 100. The 3rd place is actually Mu Qingxuang, the lieutenant of the Jiangnan military region. And Chusha. Sister Mu also broke out. Mu Qingxuang. You make Sister Chusha laugh. You also know that the military region's funds are always tight, so sister can only rely on herself. Immediately afterwards, Mu Qingxuang seemed a little regretful. Unfortunately, I tried my best and my combat power reached 4,200 points, but I only got 3rd place. After a moment of silence. Wei Ming. The top 2 are not Zhang Chen and Ying Yinmin again, right? Ying Yinmin. Why not? Zhang Chen. Yes, why not? And Chusha. Ha ha ha, Zhang Chen, you exploded 300 soldiers, why are you joining in the fun? Wei Ming. Ha ha, don't underestimate me, boss Zhang Chen, he is very awesome. The reason why I say this is because Wei Ming suddenly thought of a question. If Zhang Chen really has 300 units, plus the goddess warriors, there is no way he will fail. But now there is no one among 3 to 100, so we can only be among the top 2. And Chusha and Ying Yinmin were also fans of the authorities, but they actually ignored this. At this time, the 2nd place is announced. Ranked 2nd on the military strength list, the Lord wins Yinmin, and is rewarded with an excellent treasure chest 1 and reputation 200. After a peaceful silence, everyone was refreshed. Ha ha ha, Yinmin is the 2nd best boss again. 1 ranking, hero power list, 2 rankings. This is the 4th time. 10,000 years old 2nd brother. You dare to say that, Mr. Yinmin, you want to die. No, I mean, it's not easy to maintain such stable results. And Chusha was also shocked. How is this possible? How can it be possible to win second place after beating my sister with such a high combat power? She knows how to win Yinmen's total combat power. Yinmen, it must be Zhang Chen again. And Chusha quickly explained. Sister Ying, Zhang Chen never lies. If he said he exploded 300 soldiers, he must have only exploded 300 soldiers. Yinmen, Sister Chusha, are you sure? And Chusha, I'm sure and sure. Ah, I'm so angry. These guys actually dare to say that I am the second best in 10,000 years. Yinmen's whole body erupted with a majestic aura, and her silky black hair moved automatically without wind. What was shocking was that her eyes gradually turned khaki, and a pair of vertical pupils slowly appeared deep in her eyes. Meng Tian was surprised and happy. His Highness was so angry that his bloodline evolved. What a long time to see. Tip. Your soul fluctuation exceeds the limit, triggering bloodline evolution, and the concentration of ancestral dragon bloodline SS level reaches 0.04%. Hint. Your soul. The sudden reminder from heaven caused Yinmen's eyes to fade away, and he gradually regained his clarity. My bloodline has evolved. Meng Tian shouted. Your Highness, don't stop, keep getting angry, maybe you can evolve. Yinmen rolled his eyes at Meng Tian. Seeing that evolution had stopped, Meng Tian regretted. Your Highness, you don't know how precious this opportunity is. Is it valuable? Yinmen scratched his hair and said depressedly, I feel that if I had stayed in 10086 town, there would have been many more opportunities like this. That's a great relationship, Meng Tian said excitedly. With such an evolution, not to mention one epic treasure chest, even 100 epic treasure chests cannot be exchanged for it. All right. Yinmen was unable to complain, and then said depressedly. Sister Chu Sha is so sure that Zhang Chen only exploded 300 soldiers, so who will be the first? The words just fell. In the sky, the light belonging to Yinmen dispersed. The top spot is finally here. When he saw the line of golden characters belonging to the top of the list, Yinmen was almost so angry that his bloodline evolved again. She gritted her teeth and spit out 2 words. Zhang Chen. This liar. Number 1 on the military strength list, Lord Zhang Chen, rewarded with an epic treasure chest 1, reputation 300. Ha. Yinmen took a few deep breaths, forced herself to calm down, and then said to Meng Tian. Sister Meng, is it possible that Zhang Chen's 300 arms are all high-level arms? Meng Tian immediately shook his head. Impossible. The only way to obtain high-level soldiers in large quantities at this stage is soldier symbols. The zone has only been open for 3 days. Where can he get so many high-level soldier symbols? Speaking of this, Meng Tian suddenly said. No, there is another possibility. What's possible? Create your own high-level troops. Sister Meng, are you kidding me? Yinmen rolled his eyes at Meng Tian. It has been hundreds of years since Blue Star has heard of lords creating their own high-level troops, right? Meng Tian spread his hands. I'm just stating a possibility. So, this guy really deceived Chusha. Yinmen was unhappy because of Chusha, thanks to Chusha for trusting him so much. The military strength list has come to a successful conclusion, at least Zhang Chen thinks so. He opened the list of town lords and took a look. It was discovered that the heads of lords had turned black and white one after another. This was a sign of leaving the battlefield of all races and returning to Blue Star. When there are fewer lords, we will issue a global announcement of the self-created arms. If we choose this time, the impact of this matter can be reduced to at least 1/10. Now, it's better to set off to explore that mountain range as soon as possible to avoid long nights and dreams. There is no way, no matter whether it is energy or spiritual stones, Zhang Chen is extremely lacking at the moment. Just as Zhang Chen was about to embark on the expedition, he received a video request from Yinmen. Does this girl still refuse to accept her loss? However, Yinmen is the biggest financial sponsor after all, so Zhang Chen will not neglect him. Win the Yinmen boss. As soon as Zhang Chen opened his mouth, Yinmen fired a barrage of fire. Zhang Chen, you liar. It's okay to lie to me. Chu Sha is so good to you, but you lied to me. Don't your conscience hurt, Zhang Chen. You also said that only 300 troops were exploded. I think you should stop saying 0. Zhang Chen. No, Besides, there were only the last 20 minutes left when Chu Sha asked you. Could it be that you lied just to tease us? Is this kind of bad taste interesting? Zhang Chen, is your territory now overrun with militias? Do you need me to introduce you to a lord of the undead tribe and help you transform them into skeleton soldiers? Toot toot. Looking at the hung-up video, Zhang Chen was about to call back. Even if you don't scold him, you should at least explain the matter clearly. But after thinking about it, Zhang Chen gave up again. Forget it, I don't have time for a little girl to be more realistic in her film. Besides, I have a global announcement to make later. Let's see how this girl looks when the time comes. Zhang Chen suddenly laughed and said, I just realized that this girl is quite capable of attacking people. Immediately afterwards, Zhang Chen greeted the Empress, the Nine Heavens Saint, and the Goddess Warrior. Set off. A group of 16 people climbed up behind Long Ju. Zhang Chen patted Long Ju. Drive. Long Ju complained. Xiao Ju is a dragon, not a horse. Okay, it's not a horse. Zhang Chen said with a smile. Xiao Ju knows the way. Long Ju flapped his wings and soared into the sky, of course. Zhang Chen, the Empress, Zi Zadian, and Giselle rode together on a horse. As usual, he put one hand around the Empress's slender waist. And with the other hand, he took out the epic treasure chest he just obtained. Empress, it's time to get to work. The Empress had already adapted to Zhang Chen's intimate movements, and her eyes lit up when she saw the treasure box. Don't tell me, I'm a little addicted to opening treasure chests, especially epic treasure chests. Zhang Chen was shocked. I can't afford this addiction. The Empress chuckled and then opened the treasure chest directly. Open black lens bracket opportunity knocks. You open the epic treasure chest and obtain the A-level skill book Dazumi sword style. Opportunity knocks. A-level skill book. Zhang Chen couldn't hold it back anymore, so he hugged the Empress and kissed her fiercely on the face. My dear, you are really my lucky star. Level B corresponds to epic. A level corresponds to legend. When it comes to opening treasure chests, the Empress never disappoints. At least a few epic treasure chests have never been missed. Today there is even a 1 in 10,000 chance of triggering a higher level item. Zhang Chen immediately looked at the description in the skill book. Great Sumeru Sword Style Level A, the strongest defensive sword style of the Sumeru Immortal Sect. It can activate the power of the void to form a barrier. Once you practice it to the transformation state, you can create a domain with one sword. A-level skills, doesn't sound like much. But be aware. The most powerful skill currently in the hands of the Empress Tianyan 9 kills is just a C-level skill. And the famous mountains, rivers and moon in Mingyu is only a B-level skill. A-level skill books can no longer be strengthened. Zhang Chen handed it over to the Empress without hesitation. Empress, come and learn. He wanted to see the effect of the Empress' newly acquired magical skill preaching and instructing. The Empress is not pretentious. Yes, Lord. Your heroic Empress successfully comprehends Dasumaru sword style getting started. Preaching and teaching takes effect. Tianyan Pavilion obtains the sect skill, Dazumi sword style. All Tianyan Pavilion arms can learn it, and the learning process is free of charge. Good. Zhang Chen clapped his hands, extremely satisfied. The most important thing is that it is entirely up to him to decide who can learn this skill and who cannot. Normally speaking, as a qualified lord, you must give both kindness and power. Skills that have reached a level can already be used as treasures to suppress the sect. However, they must be learned by true disciples or ordinary disciples who have made great achievements. But Zhang Chen thought about it. Now that the territory is developing rapidly, there is no need to do this when hiring people. Learn them all. Anyway, it is very hard for Tianyan Pavilion disciples to work overtime and clear monsters, so this is just a bonus. Your soldier, Fanyan Tian, has successfully mastered Dazumi sword style getting started. Your troops are at ease. Moment. Both Judean Saint Ji and hundreds of Tianyan disciples have all learned this A-level skill. Even though he had predicted the outcome, Zhang Chen still sighed. Empress, your skills are so perverted. It's equivalent to one skill book turned into countless skill books. Zi Zadian on the side felt for a moment and said in surprise. What a powerful swordsmanship. Although there is only one style, it can produce all kinds of changes. As he spoke, Zadian couldn't help but pull out the crimson holy word and shouted softly. Sumi. Although it was only the entry level, there were ripples visible to the naked eye in the void, tightly entangling Zztn. Giselle on the side felt this for a moment and exclaimed. What a strong defense, even my thunder projection can't break it with one blow. It's indeed an A-level skill. Suddenly, Long Ju's voice came. You can master it after practicing Zadian for a while. It's too disrespectful to practice the sword on someone else's back. Only then did Zadian wake up. He knelt down and touched Long Ju's scales. I'm sorry, Xiao Ju, but you were flying too steadily. I even forgot that I was in the sky. That's pretty much it. Long Ju seemed to be very pleased with it, shaking his head and saying, also, Xiao Zizi, I came before you, and I want to call you Sister Ju. An hour and a half later, 4 dragons carrying 16 people landed again at the mouth of the valley where the tiger demon was killed last time. The Empress looked at the rolling mountains in front of her and sighed. No wonder Lord Anchusha wants to fight against this mountain range. This mountain range probably occupies 3/4 of her territory. If she doesn't develop this mountain range, she won't have to develop it. Zhang Chen said solemnly. Otherwise, why would I not have to travel hundreds of miles to help her clean up the boss of the mountains here? Zhang Chen is probably the only one who can talk about snatching monsters in such a high-sounding way. The Empress rolled her eyes at Zhang Chen and said, then, Lord, shall we start work now? Wait a moment. Amidst everyone's doubts, Zhang Chen opened the list of town lords again. After discovering that most of the lords' portraits had turned into black and white, Zhang Chen nodded with satisfaction. I'll make a global announcement first. Major events triggered by individuals like Zhang Chen are different from the Tiandao ranking reward rules. Announcement. When will the announcement be made? It is entirely up to the Lord himself. Anyway, if you announce it, you will get reputation rewards. If you don't, there will be no rewards. There is no option to publish an announcement or hide your name. So even if I know that this announcement will bring unpredictable variables, for the sake of the massive reputation points and legendary points, Zhang Chen still had to bite the bullet. Then, the 7th level of the battlefield of all races, Area 666 Blue Star Territory. The 3rd day of service. Time, 13 hours 47 minutes and 18 seconds. An extremely simple announcement, shocked the entire Blue Star Territory. Announcement, the 7th Heaven, District 666 Blue Star Territory 10,086 Town Lord Zhang Chen has created his own outstanding military unit Tianian Disciples. At the same time, Zhang Chen also received news from heaven. Tip. You gain reputation 10,000 and legend 100. Tip. Your reputation has reached world famous. Tip. An outstanding hero from the elves is coming here and will appear in your tavern soon. Close black lens bracket. The effect is immediate. Zhang Chen sighed. Just when he became famous all over the world, the tavern spawned outstanding heroes. That's the beauty of prestige. Although Zhang Chen looks down on an outstanding hero, it does not mean that an outstanding hero is a common commodity. You know, Anchusha, the daughter of the city lord, is just a rare hero starting out. And this is just the beginning. Now Chusha and Winner's girls should know that I didn't lie to them. When I say 300 arms, it means 300 arms. Didi. Zhang Chen was stunned. There are actually friends who have not returned to Blue Star. Tushin Yueyu. Brother Zhang Chen, please tell Yueyu that Yueyu is right. Zhang Chen said angrily. You saw it wrong. Tushin Yueyu. A great master who created his own excellent army is actually in the same town as Yueyu, and he is also Yueyu's brother. I am so happy, please support me. It can be seen that the little fox is very excited and is probably jumping up and down in his territory. As soon as he heard about the foster care, Zhang Chen immediately became energetic, but thinking of the little fox's age, he complained, that's a real punishment. Tushin Yueyu understood instantly. I belong to the Tianyu tribe. Although I am only 10 years old, I am equivalent to 18 years old like you humans. Zhang Chen naturally knew that the little fox was joking. He asked curiously, Yueyu, you don't have a sister named Tushin Susu, do you? Tushin Yueyu. How did brother Zhang Chen know? That's my sister. Zhang Chen. Tushin Yueyu. Brother Zhang Chen, please watch the regional channel, it's already blown up. Zhang Chen. It's the kind of complimentary words that have no nourishment for me again. It's nothing new. I'm tired of it. Tushin Yueyu. After quickly dismissing the little fox, Zhang Chen said cheerfully. Everyone, head for the mountains. Yes. After making the announcement, Zhang Chen happily went to fight monsters and upgrade. But this moment, the world is boiling because of him. Even if Zhang Chen deliberately chooses the moment when the Blue Star Channel opens to make an announcement, there are still hundreds of millions of new lords in the battlefield of all races at this moment. This announcement appeared in the center of all lords' vision at the same time. A moment. It's not just the Lord of the Dragon Kingdom. All the lords of the Lighthouse Country, the North Bear Country, the Sakura Country, and the Nanbang Country were instantly petrified, their eyes filled with disbelief. It was as if the whole world had been pressed on pause. After a while, they looked crazy and shouted, "Opening the zone for 3 days, creating your own troops. I must have read it wrong. It's just a matter of creating your own troops, but they are still excellent troops. How many years has it been since our Blue Star territory heard about the creation of outstanding military units? 80 years, or 100 years. Oh, God, an outstanding military force that is entirely our own. If this Zhang Chen doesn't die, he can definitely dominate a state." Great. Zhang Chen, this senior's name is from our Dragon Kingdom. Baga. It can't be from the Dragon Kingdom. The Dragon Kingdom is indeed very strong in the 1st to 6th heavens, but the Qing Kingdom in the 7th heaven has fallen. How can there be such a genius? It won't be long before our great Sakura Empire will launch a racial war and exterminate all the lords of the Dragon Kingdom in the 7th heaven. Ha ha ha, the name Zhang Chen sounds like he's from our Nanbang country, Smecta. This is just the tip of the iceberg. On the main world Blue Star, the altars of the 2 realms in all cities all hummed. Such a vision shocked the city lords and immediately checked the situation. The reason why the city lords hold a high position of power is because they are administrators selected from the battlefields of all races, and their authority far exceeds that of ordinary people. When they used their administrator rights to see the heavenly notice, their eyes widened. Being able to become a city lord means that he is naturally a strong person, and his knowledge is far beyond that of ordinary newcomer lords. Excellent military unit. This means that it won't be long before he can mass-produce military talismans for this unit. More than just military symbols. Most of those who can create their own military units can reverse the construction drawings of the military units. If we can have a good relationship with this big boss, maybe in a few decades, our Covenant City will have countless outstanding military units. Dragon Kingdom does not deserve to have such a talent. We must find out the identity of Zhang Chen. Money, beauty, status, whatever he wants, we will give him what we have, free will. All the forces are curious about who Zhang Chen is. Except An Luoxi, the lord of Donghai City. In the spacious and bright office, Anchusha told her mother what happened in the past 3 days. An Luoxi and Anchusha are 90% similar in appearance. In addition, the lifespan of a heaven-level expert can reach 200 years. Together, the 2 of them look more like sisters. Zhang Chen, that commoner actually topped the Tiandao rankings 4 times. And Luoxi looked surprised. She is also a famous warlord in the Dragon Kingdom, but this is the first time she has heard of such a thing. Also, you said that a caravan has sprung up in his territory and he wants to purchase the Epic Hero Order for you. This kid must be very lucky. Yeah, and Chusha nodded quickly, and then said coquettishly, "Mom, can you buy that Epic Hero Order that Zhang Chen purchased for me?" And Luoxi said, "Epic heroes are rare and hard to come by, but 10 million spiritual stones are worth every penny." And Chusha was overjoyed. "So Mom, you agreed." But An Luoxi changed the subject. "But, how can you guarantee that after Zhang Chen purchases the Epic Hero Order, he will give it to you instead of being greedy?" And Chusha said quickly, "I have known Zhang Chen for so many years, and he never lies." "Never lie." And Luoxi sneered, "He just said that he only destroyed 300 units. But how can 300 units get the top spot in the unit combat power list? Then at least you have to have outstanding units." And Chusha resorted to coquettishness. Zhang Chen was just joking. At least it proves that Zhang Chen is not a reliable person. And Luoxi said earnestly, "He already has 2 copies. With 3 copies, he can recruit the second hero. Under such circumstances, How could he, a commoner, remain indifferent to the temptation of the epic hero order? That's an epic hero. And Chusha said pitifully, please mom, I have already promised Zhang Chen. How can I explain to Zhang Chen without 10 million spiritual stones? She regretted telling her mother about the 300 troops. And Luoxi was furious. What a shameless woman. Did your mother's spiritual stone come from a strong wind? At this time, buzz buzz, there was a buzzing sound. And Luoxi's expression changed and she stood up. Does this sound represent the Blue Star Territory announcement? Did something big happen again on the battlefield of all races? After saying that, she rose into the air and flew towards the altar of two realms not far away. When the combat power reaches 1 million stars, one can control the geomagnetic force and fly through the air, so he is called a heaven-level powerhouse. And Chusha shouted, Mom, wait for me. When Chusha arrived, many citizens were already watching outside the square. Oh my God, there is a strange scene at the altar of the two realms. Could it be that something big happened in the battlefield of all races? The buzzing sound is clear and sweet, maybe it's a good thing. Alas, even if it's a good thing, Blue Star is so big, it has nothing to do with my Donghai city. With Chusha's identity, the guards naturally did not dare to intercept her, and she easily reached the bottom of the altar. And here, in addition to Luoxi, two elders of Donghai city were also there. Although Chusha stayed aside obediently, her ears had already perked up. An elder named Huang said in a deep voice, Lord City Lord, what happened? Now, and Luoxi's eyes were full of horror. Tiandao issued an announcement that there is a man named Lord Zhang Chen in the new area, who has created his own outstanding military unit. When the name Zhang Chen was mentioned, a strange color flashed in Luoxi's eyes. But, the person named Zhang Chen in the Long Kingdom had not only 1 million but also 800,000. Naturally, he would not think of that daughter's classmate. What? Elder Huang was shocked. Are you talking about a self-created military unit, or an outstanding military unit? After repeated confirmations, the elder surnamed Li's eyes were filled with admiration. The new district may not necessarily be a newcomer. To be able to create an outstanding unit within 3 days of opening the district, this senior Zhang Chen must be a powerful person who transferred to the district and rebuilt it. Quote. The veteran surnamed Huang said, you can't be wrong. I remember that 10 years ago, a senior was not satisfied with his start, so he resolutely gave up the territory of the old district that he had been operating for hundreds of years, and entered the new district at the age of 130 to start over. And Luoxi also nodded with deep understanding. The elder surnamed Li said, City Lord N, did the announcement say which novice town this senior is in? Let me see, it's the newbie of 10,086. And Luoxi's eyes suddenly widened, wait a minute, isn't this the town where Chu Sha is? Zhang Chen. And Luoxi turned around and saw her daughter behind her, and quickly confirmed. Chu Sha, if I remember correctly, the number of the novice town you are in is 10,086, right? And Chusha also heard the general idea and nodded excitedly, yeah. And Luoxi's voice was trembling. How many people named Zhang Chen are there in your town? And Chusha said loudly, there are 4 people named Zhang, and this one is named Zhang Chen. I am sure and sure. The way of heaven is never wrong. The way of heaven is never wrong. And Luoxi swayed and murmured to himself, is it really him? But, how is this possible? And Chusha shouted, how is it impossible? I have already said that Zhang Chen never lies. Now everything is explained. He really only has 300 arms, and they are all excellent arms created by himself. Now, and Chusha was shocked, happy, proud, and a little bit guilty. I actually doubted Zhang Chen just now. It was really inappropriate. The 2 elders probably understood. The elder surnamed Li trembled. Does that girl from Chusha know this senior Zhang Chen who created an outstanding military unit? After all, based on past experience, after creating your own military unit, you can generally work backwards to derive the military unit's architectural drawings within 100 years. Those are the architectural drawings of outstanding military units. Not to mention the military building drawings, even the low-yield military building in the field can cause a bloody storm as long as it reaches excellent quality. If you establish a relationship with such a big boss, Donghai City can reach a higher level. Of course we know each other. And Chusha said proudly, Grandpa Li, your senior Zhang Chen is my classmate. Elder surnamed Li. Elder surnamed Huang. Even though the facts were before their eyes, and Luoxi and the two elders still felt a little unreal. But at this moment, and Luoxi's body shook. A reminder from heaven that only the Lord of Donghai City could see finally convinced her. She murmured, "It turns out to be true." Reminder. The altar of two realms in Donghai City has done meritorious service in cultivating newcomers, and the administrator in Luoxi has been upgraded to the third level of authority. Close black lens bracket. Looking at this prompt, and Luoxi finally compromised. In early summer, I agree to the epic hero order. And Chusha said loudly, "Thank you, Mom." And Luoxi continued, "After we raise the funds, I will go to your territory with you." And Chusha was stunned. "Okay, Mom, what did you say? Come with me. The battlefield of all races has its own rules. Mom is the warlord of District 642. How can I go to my own territory?" Mr. Huang knew better. He was shocked and said, "City Master and you have been promoted to the third level of Administrator Authority." "It is the third level Administrator Authority. Just now, I received a reward from heaven." And Luoxi nodded, then smiled bitterly. "I didn't expect that I could reach the third level of authority so quickly because of the help of my daughter's classmates. He is indeed a mountain guard. Open black lens bracket mountain guardian close black lens bracket. Race, dwarf. Level, 14. Quality, purple excellence. Combat power, 69. Skill. The group had just entered the mountain range for 2 kilometers when they saw a whole team of mountain guards in front of them. Zhang Chen's mood suddenly became particularly beautiful. The group of them did not conceal their whereabouts, so they were quickly discovered by the mountain guards on the opposite side. "Invaders, you have disturbed the tranquility of the dwarf kingdom and deserve death." Finished. The mountain guard, who was originally only the height of an ordinary dwarf, expanded rapidly and turned into a 3-meter-tall dwarf giant in 1 second. Certainly, judging from the body proportions, he is still short and stubby like a standard dwarf. Dwarf's frenzied fighting skill, Battle Stance. Battle Stance transform into a dwarf giant, increase physical strength by 50%, lasting 10 minutes. Zhang Chen recognized this skill at a glance, and then shouted, "Empress." The Empress licked her lips and said eagerly, "Yes. Protect me, kill the others." Empress, Judian Shangji, +5 goddess warriors, a total of 14 people. Therefore, there are still 2 missing. Giselle had experience and managed to grab a mountain guard. Boom! The divine spear and the dwarf warhammer collided fiercely, compressing the air with huge force and even forming a circular shock wave. Immediately follows. The mountain guard had an incredible look in his eyes, and he stepped back more than 10 steps before reluctantly stopping. "Human, how could you have such power?" Giselle shook her head. "Too weak." Although she is only level 7 and has a combat power of 78 points, her physical strength has reached a terrifying 188 points. The mountain guard seemed to be insulted and said angrily, "What's the use of having brute strength? Warriors need skills." No matter how you hear this, it shouldn't be said by a dwarf to a human, and the other way around is pretty much the same. Giselle raised her gun and rushed forward. "A dwarf is telling me skills. Are you going to laugh me to death?" As she spoke, Giselle connected the 2 short spears into one long spear. All the time, the goddess warrior has never encountered any strong opponent. So much so that everyone has overlooked that they also have a passive skill called Gun Master. The 2 fought again, and Giselle tapped the dwarf's warhammer, causing the mountain warrior to lose his balance. Before he could adjust his body, a bit of cold light quickly magnified in his fearful eyes. Puff! The thunder gun pierced the mountain guard's mouth, and the foot-long spear tip protruded from the back of his head. Your unit Giselle kills the mountain guard. Excellent, you gain energy 14,000, spiritual stone 2200, and excellent treasure chest 1. A good start. A treasure chest of excellence. Zhang Chen expressed that he was very satisfied. Compared to the violence of the goddess warrior, Judian Shangji's battle is much gentler and more agile, but her killing speed is not slow at all. Your troops will kill the mountain guards freely. The reminder keeps coming back to me. Less than 30 seconds. The mountain guards who almost caused Chusha's entire army to be wiped out were easily eliminated by Zhang Chen. A total of 168,000 energy, spiritual stones and several items. These 30 seconds are equivalent to half a day's profit for the territory. Zhang Chen sighed. He did not rush to use the energy upgrade, but said softly, "Keep going deeper." Everyone moved forward, clearing away monsters along the way. As he continued to go deeper, Zhang Chen found that the terrain ahead was getting wider and wider. Moreover, the types of arms have become more complex and diverse. Half an hour later, they once again encountered a small group of outstanding soldiers, heavy armored goat cavalry. Zhang Chen finally confirmed his guess. There is indeed a military building in this mountain range, and its grade is not low. Another half hour passed. Zhang Chen couldn't help but take a breath of air when he saw the dwarf city built next to the mountain in front of him. It turns out to be the dwarf palace. And Chusha's luck is so good. There is actually an epic military building within the territory. Although Zhang Chen guessed that there was a military building here, he never guessed that it would be of epic quality. The guardian boss of a dwarf palace cannot be. Woo woo woo. At this time, the confused horn suddenly came to mind. In the dwarf palace, groups of soldiers of various types filed out. Ordinary soldier, dwarf miner. Elite units, dwarf musketeers, bearded warriors. Excellent unit, heavy goat cavalry. As one of the most famous races in the battlefield of thousands of races, Zhang Chen naturally treasures all its arms. At last, when he saw the majestic figure walking out of the palace, escorted by a group of mountain guards, Zhang Chen took a deep breath. Legendary hero, king of the hill. Now, Zhang Chen stopped 1,000 meters away from the dwarf palace. Several giant dragons lined up in the air, providing Zhang Chen with enough vision to see clearly the enemy on the opposite side. King of the Hill Arthas Storm. Race, Dwarf. Level, 18. Quality, Golden Legend. Combat Power, 420. Heroic Command, Dwarf Miner A, Dwarf Musketeer A, Bearded Warrior B, Mountain Guard B, Heavy Goat Knight B, Mountain Guard B. Skill, the King of the Hill wears bronze king armor and holds a storm hammer. It is 3 meters high and 3 meters wide, but it is not a ball. On the contrary, he was covered in bronze tendons and flesh sticking out, which was extremely horrifying. The king of the hill must be the dwarf king, but the dwarf king is not necessarily the king of the hill. Therefore, among the dwarves, the king of the hill has a higher status than the ordinary dwarf kings. Although it is impossible to see clearly the skills of the king of the hill. But Zhang Chen's reputation as a top student is not for nothing. From the Storm Clan, one of the 10 major dwarf clans. I'm afraid the skill, Battle Stance, has been upgraded to the A-level skill, God Descends to Earth. In addition, he must have mastered the C-level magic martial skill, Storm Hammer. A-level command increases attributes by 40%, and B-level command increases all attributes by 30%. Under the command of the King of the Hill, outstanding arms are equivalent to at least a 2-star upgrade. It's a little tricky. After opening the zone for so long, this is the first time Zhang Chen dislikes a monster that is too strong. The Empress looked at the King of the Hill and said eagerly, "Lord, please give the order and leave this King of the Hill to me." The goddess warriors also grasped the thunder guns tightly, and their fighting spirit soared into the sky. Zhang Chen said softly, etc. It would be okay if there was only one King of the Hill. But in addition to the King of the Hill, there are dozens of high-level soldiers, and nearly 1,000 mid-level and low-level soldiers. If a war started now, defeat would be impossible, but casualties would inevitably occur. The most important thing is, only the Queen can confront the King of the Hill head-on. Who will protect him then? The condescending King of the Hill stepped forward. He first looked up at the 4 giant dragons hovering in the sky, and then at the Empress beside Zhang Chen, with a trace of fear flashing in his eyes. "Young human lord, my dwarf race has always had a harmonious relationship with your human race. Why do you want to attack my territory? If you retreat now, I can forgive you for your previous offense." Who said dwarves have hot tempers when they can endure being beaten to the doorstep? Zhang Chen couldn't help but complain in his heart. However, this is exactly what Zhang Chen wants. The defense of the dwarf palace was impenetrable, and even Zhang Chen, a master tactician, could not find any loopholes. Zhang Chen said sincerely, "This is a misunderstanding, we." Suddenly, a friend sent a video request. Zhang Chen was stunned. And Chusha, she returned from Blue Star so soon. But think about it. The sun was setting in the west now, and it had been 4 or 5 hours since Chusha left the battlefield of all races. It's not suitable for video chat now, so Zhang Chen declined. Zhang Chen, I'm a little busy now. And Chusha quickly sent a message. Create your own outstanding military unit. Zhang Chen, you are so awesome. Everyone outside now thinks you are some senior expert. Since you are busy, I will keep the story short. I have raised enough 10 million spirit stones. When you are done, don't forget to help me purchase the Epic Hero Order. Zhang Chen. Okay, I'll see you later. Just after typing a few words and not sending them out, Zhang Chen's eyes suddenly lit up. He quickly opened the territory panel and found the resources column. Crystal. 1068. Zhang Chen was overjoyed. His territory is 3 books away from being upgraded, only crystals are missing. After a full day of mining, now we finally have enough crystals. It just so happened that Chusha sent 10 million spirit stones, allowing him to immediately recruit a second legendary hero after upgrading 3 books. Zhang Chen immediately changed his mind. Zhang Chen, I'm not busy anymore. Give me 10 million souls, and I'll help you buy them now. Why are you so busy after hearing about the spirit stone? And Chusha first made a speechless expression, then continued. It seems that my mother's guess is right. Everyone's method of creating their own troops is a secret that has not been passed down, and your method of creating your own troops is a way to earn money. Although she complained, and Chusha still turned the spirit stone over. Your friend Lord Chusha transfers 10 million spiritual stones to you through the exchange. Zhang Chen waited for 10 seconds. Trade the heroic token from the epic tiger monster to Chusha. Zhang Chen, it's done. I wish you smooth recruitment and everything you want. And Chusha's gratitude was revealed in every word. Thank you, Zhang Chen. These 3 million spirit stones are your purchasing fee, please be sure to accept it. Your friend Lord Chusha transfers 3 million spirit stones to you through the exchange. Zhang Chen was stunned for a moment, then chuckled. Haha, is this a sign of goodwill? However, that girl in Chusha is not so worldly. It seems that it was probably the instruction of City Lord and Luoxi. Zhang Chen. Okay, then I'll accept it. And Chusha. Yeah, go ahead and do your work. With the epic hero, I will soon be able to take revenge on those dwarfs in the mountains. Zhang Chen. I'm afraid you have no chance. In Chusha's territory. I've just said it before, Zhang Chen is definitely a man of his word. And Chusha waved the hero order in her hand, looking excited. And Luoxi also said calmly. Before, I judged the heart of a gentleman with the heart of a villain. Zhang Chen traded this epic hero token to you so quickly, which shows that he didn't hesitate at all after purchasing it. Being a commoner, he is able to resist such a powerful temptation. Such a will and quality are far beyond the reach of others. He is indeed a genius lord who can create his own outstanding army. And Luoxi was in a strange state at the moment. A layer of faint white light covered her body like bubbles. Looking at the epic hero order, and Luoxi was also a little excited. Okay, Chusha, recruit your own epic hero as soon as possible. You know, I didn't have my own epic hero until I reached level 25. And Chusha was stunned. I don't have 3 books yet. There is only 1 hero quota. And Luoxi said calmly, then dismiss the original heroes. And Chusha was shocked. Dismissal. And Luoxi touched Chusha's head and said, as a qualified lord, life and death are commonplace, let alone dismissing a hero. Besides, if you recruit epic heroes 1 day earlier, you will have an extra day's advance advantage. Finally, and Chusha still compromised. Okay, recruit epic heroes early so that you can take revenge on those damn dwarves. I really hate dwarves now. Soon, a ray of light formed in front of Chusha. When she saw the huge figure walking out of the light door, Chusha suddenly went crazy. Oh my god, kill me. Lord, the dwarf king Granny Storm is reporting to you. The dwarf king touched his shining head and said with a silly smile. Although your territory looks a bit shabby, I still want to ask, is there any wine? Zhang Chen sighed. After he cut off the communication, he immediately issued the order. Territorial upgrade. Finish at once. It was rare for Zhang Chen to be so wealthy that he built a building in seconds without looking at the cost. Tip: you have upgraded to level 3 Lord's Mansion, unlocked the buildings, portal, and stables, and the territory area has increased to 30,000 square meters. You have unlocked a new hero quota, 1/2 of the current number of heroes. Close black lens bracket. Zhang Chen ignored the changes after the territory was upgraded and immediately took out a whiteboard hero order. Although the hero token explosion rate is extremely low, Zhang Chen still exploded some low-level hero tokens after playing for so long. Consume 10 million spiritual stones, choose the strengthening direction 6, the legendary hero order. In front of the two armies, a huge golden light rose into the sky. When the light dissipated, a golden hero order appeared in Zhang Chen's hand. Recruit. Such a powerful movement naturally aroused the enemy's vigilance. The rumbling voice of the King of the Hill came. Human Lord, what do you want to do? Zhang Chen ignored it at all, but stared at the figure that gradually became clearer in the light door. Do you need to make another trip to see if this second legendary hero is good enough? He killed nearly 1,000 monsters this afternoon, most of which were high-level monsters, and gained a total of 620,000 energy. Including the harvest from the territory, the energy now exceeds 800,000. It's enough to instantly cultivate a finished legendary hero. When Zhang Chen was thinking about it, the figure of the second legendary hero finally stepped out of the light door. This figure wore silver armor, a golden crown on his head, and a pair of huge white wings gathered at both sides of his body. She is tall and curvy. Just standing there, a majestic and sacred aura rushed towards him. And when Zhang Chen saw that delicate face that looked like someone in a cartoon, he subconsciously said, north of the Milky Way. The appearance of this hero finally completely verified Zhang Chen's guess. I am really summoning the gods. At this time, the hero finally opened his eyes and murmured. The battlefield of all races competing for hegemony. A new world, a new power system. Is this the unknown universe we are exploring so hard? I have just condensed my sacred body. Perhaps only after I leave Kananya Sid become the new king of angels and pass on the righteous order of our King Kesha. This is my best destination. Having said this, the angel hero raised his sword, gave Zhang Chen a slight salute, and said in a low and magnetic voice. Lord, Angel Yan is willing to serve you. Zhang Chen was relieved. He was really afraid that this Angel Yan would be like the Empress, who would act up as soon as she arrived. Zhang Chen immediately looked at Angel Yan's attributes. Open black lens bracket Yan close black lens bracket legend. Level 1. Favorability 70. Attributes physique 38 plus 100, plus 5 spiritual power 33 plus 100, plus 5 soul 15 plus 100 carrying 15 plus 100. Equipment thunder sword, silver blade armor. Skill technique sacred body introduction level A. Skills Sky Blade Strike Great Perfection Level A Power of Thunder Great Perfection Level A Wormhole Defense Barrier Little Perfection Level A Treasure House of Sacred Knowledge Level A Angel Fighting Technique Transformation Level C. Army Command Angel Type B. Open black lens bracket Combat Power Close black lens bracket 128. 2 Strong. The famous Holy Body was actually judged by heaven to be an A-level skill. Although it is only entry level, it has a terrifying effect of adding 100 points to all attributes. Certainly, as the hero's level increases, the proportion of attributes brought by the skills will become lower and lower, unless it can break through to a higher level. Besides, Angel Yan also comes with 4 A-level skills, as well as the Angel Fighting Technique that has reached the transformation state. Zhang Chen couldn't help but sigh. This is a martial arts hero. The so-called martial arts heroes are heroic units whose abilities focus more on personal combat. They are also called senior soldiers. This is not a derogatory term. Although Angel Yan does not come with his own military building like the Empress, and even the hero command is only B-level. But with her personal fighting power, she can definitely easily kill a dragon team of the same level. Zhang Chen is extremely satisfied with this recruitment. Zhang Chen said, Yan, the king of the hill opposite will be your enemy soon. Angel Yan could share Zhang Chen's vision. She glanced at the king of the hill a kilometer away, shook her head and said, I'm telling you, Lord, that I have been weakened by the battlefield of all races and am no match for it now, but if you persist, I am willing to die for glory. Don't worry, I'm not asking you to die. As he spoke, Zhang Chen waved his hand and cast a golden light. Upgrade. Consume 2000 points of energy to upgrade your hero. The current level is level 2. Consume 5600 points of energy. After consuming 374,000 energy, Angel Yan was promoted to level 10. Consume 18,000 energy points to upgrade your unit Fanyantian, currently level 6. Consumption of 23,800 energy points. After consuming 376,200 energy, all Judean Saint Ji were upgraded to level 7. The energy gained throughout the afternoon bottomed out again. After the upgrade, Angel Yan's combat power instantly reached 380 stars, and his physical strength reached 530 points. Zhang Chen asked, "What now?" Angel Yan sensed it for a moment and said, "We can fight." Zhang Chen nodded with satisfaction. Suddenly, the Tiandao prompt sounded again. Your hero unlocks the A-level skill, Dark Plane Brand. Another A-level skill. Zhang Chen quickly looked at the skill description. Dark Plane Brand the current life status of the troops into Yan's Dark Plane. When the branded person is fatally injured, Angel Yan instantly consumes 100 points of spiritual power to return him to the life state before the branding. Note currently it is the entry level, which can brand up to 10 units and resurrect up to 1 unit per day. If Angel Yan has insufficient spiritual power, this skill will not take effect. Ha ha ha, isn't this the resurrection technique? Zhang Chen thought for a while. Yan, brand the 9 Heavens Saint Princess. Although Judean Shengji is a legendary unit and has the Queen's command bonus, it really doesn't have the flesh of a goddess warrior. Yan nodded, waved his hand and sprinkled 9 rays of dark energy, covering the 9 holy ladies. All right, Zhang Chen nodded, and then loudly laid out his tactics. The dwarf musketeers will definitely focus their fire later, and even use the headshot skill. So Holy Lady of the 9 Heavens, you use the Great Sumeru sword style to connect the void barrier together to protect our units. Goddess Warrior, you, Longju, you led. Start, attack. As expected, the Empress did not hear her name. Lord, should I protect you? Zhang Chen said seriously, your mission is the most important. Empress, okay, it's not like being in the territory now, where you can hide in the absolutely safe Lord's mansion. Soon, under the leadership of Angel Yan, the territorial army directly killed enemies dozens of times their size. The war is about to break out. Zhang Chen's eyes were full of expectation. Killing a level 18 legendary hero, the energy alone is worth millions. Not to mention the items that exploded in the dwarf palace. Zumi. When the distance between the two sides was 300 meters, the 9 holy ladies drew a sword mark at the same time. The visible threads connected instantly, forming a void barrier that enveloped everyone except Angel Yan. And almost at the same time, bang bang bang, hundreds of bull-sized bumps appeared on the void barrier. When the Empress saw this, she exclaimed, "This dwarf musketeer has such a long range. Its lethality is also pretty good." Zhang Chen explained, although the dwarf musketeer is only an elite unit, almost all of its attributes are soul and spiritual power. A level 12 dwarf musketeer can reach 50-star power with an ordinary shot. If you use headshot, it can even reach 50 stars, reaching 2.2 times the power of ordinary bullets. The Empress said sincerely, "Your lord, you are well informed and I admire you." "I just study well." Zhang Chen waved his hand and talked eloquently. If hundreds of musketeers focus their fire, they will pose a fatal threat even to dragons of the same level. However, their weakness is also obvious, that is, the reloading time of spiritual bullets is too long. As if to verify Zhang Chen's words, Longju had already taken advantage of the dwarf musketeers to reload their ammunition and swooped down with the 3 giant dragons. "The dragon is coming. Quickly gather fire to a giant dragon." "No, my bullets haven't been loaded yet. Thrower, help us drive away these dragons, ah!" The squadron of dwarf musketeers suddenly burst into panicked cries. But it was too late. The 4 giant dragons were already only tens of meters high from the ground. They raised their long necks slightly, and then spewed out a mouthful of terrifying black flames. Boom! A squadron of more than 100 dwarf musketeers was instantly engulfed by dragon flames. Tip. your unit Long Ju kills the Dwarf Musketeer Elite and obtains Energy 130 and Spirit Stone 18. Hint: your military type. Dwarf Musketeers are typically high attack and thin-skinned. Even if they are several levels higher than the dragon, they cannot withstand the breath of darkness. Ah, damn dragon, stay here. The Dwarf Musketeers were instantly wiped out, sending the King of the Hill into a frenzy. A green hammer shadow several meters in size spanned 100 meters of void, arriving last, and was about to fall on Long Ju before he saw it. Storm Hammer. Even if it is only AC level skill, used by a level 18 legendary hero, it is enough to severely damage or even kill Long Ju with one blow. Good thing. Yan's figure suddenly appeared in front of Long Ju. Clang. The hammer body condensed by the power of the storm actually collided with the thunder sword in Yan's hand, and it actually made a sound of gold and iron. However, the hammer body soon reached its endurance limit and collapsed into a storm that swept across all directions. Yan's figure stepped out of the storm, unscathed. King of the Hill, your opponent is me. Although Long Ju survived the disaster, he still won't lose the battle. The new guy, although I'm not afraid of him, but I still thank you. After saying that, he ran away. The King of the Hill failed with one blow. Without any nonsense, he rose into the sky, and the huge reaction force shook the Dwarf Palace. Avatar. As the power of the endless storm entered his body, the King of the Hill's body expanded rapidly and soon turned into a behemoth 8 meters tall. Immediately afterwards, he actually accelerated twice in the air and hit Angel Yan with a tragic momentum. Angel Yan is also full of fighting spirit. Mobilizing the power of thunder, the terrifying fluctuations made the goddess warriors with the same thunder attribute look sideways. 1 second later, storm and thunder, the two energies collided violently in the air. Boom. During the A-level skill showdown between two legendary heroes, the terrifying fluctuations actually formed a small energy tide that swept through the void within 100 meters radius. Sensing the intensity of the fight between the two, the Empress sighed. If I had the great Sumeru sword-style small perfection, I might be able to fight with the King of the Hill or even kill him, but now, I am indeed no match for him. Zhang Chen quickly comforted him. As a bodyguard, your strength is enough. The Empress was so angry that she almost went crazy. Zhang Chen just used a little trick to wipe out the entire army of the Dwarf Musketeers without making any achievements. The rest is close combat. Thunder Projection. When they were tens of meters away, the 5 goddess warriors struck first and killed 5 heavily armored goat knights in an instant. Thunder Battle Body. Then just open it up and kill in. Judian Shengji didn't wait for the great Sumeru sword style to dissipate, and began to throw out skills one after another. Holy Word. Blood Arc. Tianyan 9 kills. After the 4 giant dragons circled in the air, they directly turned on the violent mode and fell into the enemy's lineup. Your soldier Giselle kills the heavily armored goat knight excellent and obtains energy 18,000 and spirit stone 2,000. Close black lens bracket. Your troops can kill long-bearded warriors freely. Although the military levels of the Dwarf Palace are higher, the military levels are quite different. Under the King of the Hill, there are outstanding units, not even the epic Storm Guardian. The battle instantly became one-sided. Sweet battle report prompts kept playing in Zhang Chen's ears. 10 minutes of work. The dwarf soldiers were slaughtered. On Zhang Chen's side, only the 4 giant dragons suffered some trauma due to their large size, and even Yan's resurrection technique was not used. Now, the battle between only 2 legendary heroes continues. If Zhang Chen's ideas were followed, the crowd would naturally fight and end the fight as soon as possible. But Yan requested, Lord, as a warrior, can you allow me to complete the battle independently? Article 5 of People's Education Edition, Lord's Guide to Control. If you can, you might as well give heroes and troops enough freedom and respect, maybe they will get more rewards. Close black lens bracket. The situation at hand is completely controllable. Considering that the characters in this hot-blooded comic are somewhat middle class. Zhang Chen did not refuse, but said with equal passion. Go enjoy your fight, Yan. The Empress beside her felt goosebumps. Tip. Yan feels your respect, his favorability is +5, and his current favorability is 75 points. The King of the Hill knew the end was over. But he did not choose to escape. Storm Dwarf, I will not surrender until I die. This can be regarded as preserving the last dignity of the clan. After another 10 minutes, the king of the hill exhausted his spiritual power and withdrew from the state of being a god, descending to earth, looking sluggish. I lost, and I lost in a one-on-one duel. This is a side effect of the gods coming to earth. Angel Yan also took a deep breath, and then said solemnly, my wormhole defense barrier is about to collapse. If the god descends to earth for a few more minutes, then you will be the winner. You are a formidable opponent, so. Yan's eyes turned white and he slowly raised the thunder sword, as if the thunder sword in his hand was extremely heavy. Shockingly, energy entangled in the void, and an energy giant sword several meters wide and tens of meters long was condensed simultaneously on the top of the Mountain King's head. I will give you the dignity of a strong man. As Angel Yan slashed down with his sword, the energy giant sword also slashed down simultaneously. A-level skill, Sky Blade Strike. C. The king of the hill's huge body was split in half with a sword. Your hero Yan kills the king of the hill, legendary hero, and obtains energy 3.6 million, spirit stone 500,000, legendary hero order 1, advanced physical book 1. Looking at the battle log, Zhang Chen excitedly waved his fist. Another legendary hero order. I remember the slogan of the Storm Clan in 10,000 Realms City is, products produced by Storm must be high quality. Now it seems that it is not an exaggeration. The battle for the mayor will begin in just a few days, and the most important territory bonus after becoming the mayor is the hero position plus 1 foot. Moreover, there is also a book on advanced physical fitness. Advanced physical book binded after use, increase physical fitness by 100 points. Each unit, Lord, hero, unit can use up to 100 copies per year. Zhang Chen directly chose to use it himself. On the other hand, the basic reward of 3.6 million energy and 500,000 spirit stones, although the amount is terrifying, is already within Zhang Chen's expectations. This is also what makes high-level bosses rare and precious. You know, upgrading the Empress from level 10 to level 20 only requires 2.3 million energy. At this time, Angel Yan fell from the sky and landed in front of Zhang Chen. Lord, you are fortunate to have fulfilled your destiny. Well done. Zhang Chen was generous in his praise. Come on, come with me to the Dwarf Palace. Yes, Angel Yan agreed, and then he and the Empress guarded Zhang Chen on both sides. The moment he walked into the Dwarf Palace, a reminder from heaven sounded. Tip: discover the outdoor building type Dwarf Palace. Ignore, destroy, occupy. Close black lens bracket. Zhang Chen said softly. Occupied. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.